The Griffins, Peter, fat bumbling dad, Lois, patient wife, Chris, dumb teen son, Meg, insecure teen daughter, Stewie, evil baby, and Brian, sarcastic dog, lounge on the couch, watching TV. The room is cluttered with beer cans and snack wrappers. A typical Sunday mess. Heh, Lois, this TV show's got more explosions than my colon after Taco Tuesday. Peter, can you at least try to keep the living room clean? The new neighbors are moving in today, and I'd rather not have them think we live in a landfill. Relax, Lois. Neighbors love a guy who's authentic. I'm like the human equivalent of a cozy dive bar. Smells weird, looks messy, but you keep coming back. Oh, splendid. Another set of suburban drones to infiltrate our lives. Perhaps they'll bring a death ray to spice things up. Brian, fetch me the surveillance equipment. I'm not your butler, Stewie, and you don't have surveillance equipment. You have a baby monitor and a slinky. Silence, K9. I'll have you know my slinky is a tactical masterpiece. Mom, do I have to meet the new neighbors? They're probably going to hate me like everyone else does. Oh, honey, don't be silly. I'm sure they're lovely people. Besides, it's good to make a first impression. Yeah, Meg. Maybe they'll have a hot daughter I can totally not talk to because I'll be too busy staring. Int high school dance, night. Teenage Peter stands in a corner, sweating, staring at a girl across the gym. He holds a punch cup, trembling. Heh. Chris reminds me of me at my first high school dance. I was going to ask Cindy Thompson to dance, but I had a foolproof plan to win her over. Peter pulls out a yo-yo, starts doing tricks poorly. The yo-yo smacks him in the face. Cool, right, Cindy? Cindy walks away, disgusted. A janitor sweeps up the spilled punch. Kid, stick to wallflowering. It's safer. Int, Griffin living room. Peter, why don't you go introduce yourself? It'd be nice to have friends next door who aren't, Quagmire. Quagmire's a national treasure, Lois. Like Mount Rushmore, but with more STDs. All right, fine. I'll go say hi. XT Griffin House Day. Peter waddles outside, holding a six-pack of Pawtucket Patriot Ale. A moving truck is parked next door. Joe Swanson, athletic, paraplegic, in a wheelchair, directs movers with confidence. Bonnie Swanson, pregnant, unpacks boxes nearby. Their son Kevin, teen, athletic, carries a basketball. Hey, new guy. Name's Peter Griffin. Welcome to Spooner Street, where the grass is green and the dreams go to die. Offers beer. Beer? Joe Swanson. Thanks, Peter, but I'm good. Gotta stay sharp for the job. I'm a cop. Whoa, a cop? That's awesome. Like RoboCop, but, less robot-y? I'm Bonnie, Joe's wife, and this is our son, Kevin. Yo, got a hoop around here? Points to Chris. My son Chris has a hoop, but it's mostly used for Dunkin Donuts. Get it? 'Cause I'm fat. Wait, that's sad. In Peter's imagination, Peter, dressed as a slam dunk champion, attempts to dunk a donut on a basketball hoop. He trips, falls into a pile of donuts, and starts eating them. Yeah, I tried to join the NBA once, but they said I was more suited for competitive eating. And Peter Griffin sets a new record for most donuts consumed in a single sitting. Peter, covered in glaze, raises a fist triumphantly. I'm the king of carbs. Hi, Bonnie. Oh, you're expecting. That's so exciting. Due in a few months. Hoping for a girl, but Joe's convinced it's a boy who'll be a linebacker. Gotta pass on the Swanson athletic genes. Yeah, well, the Griffin genes are pretty athletic too. I once ran from a bee for a whole block. Lois rolls her eyes. The families chat, hitting it off. Peter's clearly smitten with Joe's coolness. Int Griffin kitchen later. The Griffins prepare a welcome dinner for the Swansons. Lois chops vegetables. Peter sneaks bacon from a plate. Peter, stop eating the bacon. It's for the casserole. Lois, bacon's like oxygen. You don't tell a guy to stop breathing. At the table drawing battle plans. Yes, deprive the fat man of his precious pork. Perhaps he'll wither away, leaving me to rule this hovel. Reading a newspaper. Stewie, your plans are about as threatening as a goldfish with a grudge. Mock me now, dog, but when my laser satellite is complete, you'll be begging for milk bones. Mom, do I have to sit next to Kevin at dinner? He's like super hot, and I'll probably say something stupid. Meg, just be yourself. I'm sure Kevin's a nice boy. Yeah, Meg, just don't mention your collection of sad poetry. That's a real lady killer. In Meg's room, night. Meg reads poetry to a stuffed animal. Oh, cruel world, why dost thou shun me? My heart is a landfill of despair. The stuffed animal falls over. Meg sighs. Even you hate me, Mr. Fluffykins. Int Griffin dining room night. The Swansons and Griffins sit around a table piled with food. Joe and Peter bond over cop stories, while Lois and Bonnie chat about parenting. Kevin and Chris talk basketball. Meg stares at Kevin, blushing. So yeah, took down a bank robber last week. Guy thought he could outrun me. Big mistake. Man, Joe, you're like a real-life action hero. I bet you've got scars with cool stories. A few. This one's from a bust gone wrong in '95. Points to arm. Lift shirt. This one's from when I tried to deep fry a Twinkie in my sleep. Everyone laughs except Stewie, who's plotting. Yes, laugh now, but when my new neighbors are under my hypnotic control, you'll all be my minions. Suddenly, Peter's boss, Mr. Weed, calls Peter on his cell. Answers, Yo, Mr. Weed, what's up? A company softball game? Tomorrow? I'm in. Joe, you gotta join the Happygolucky Toy Factory team. We're playing against the jerks from accounting. Count me in, Peter. I used to pitch in college. This is gonna be epic, like The Sandlot meets Die Hard. Ext softball field, next day. The Happy-Go-Lucky Toy Factory team in mismatched uniforms warms up. Peter's terrible at catching. Joe's a natural, wheeling around with ease. The opposing team, accounting, looks smug. To Joe, all right, man, let's show these pencil pushers who's boss. Let's do this. The game begins. Peter strikes out repeatedly, while Joe dominates, hitting home runs and making plays from his wheelchair. The crowd cheers for Joe, ignoring Peter. Okay, so Joe's good. Big deal. I'm still the king of something. Int medieval castle day. Peter, dressed as a king, sits on a throne made of beer cans. I declare myself king of vague accomplishments. Sire, what exactly are you king of? Stuff. Like I'm really good at napping, and I once ate a whole pizza in one sitting. Truly, a legacy for the ages. XT, softball field. Later, the game ends with Joe as MVP. Peter sulks as coworkers pat Joe's back. Lois notices Peter's mood. Peter, what's wrong? Joe's a great guy, and the team won. Yeah, but everybody loves Joe. I'm supposed to be the cool one, Lois. I'm the guy who brought a slip and slide to work. Peter, you don't need to compete with Joe. You're you, and that's enough. Maybe you're right, but I'm going to prove I'm just as heroic. You'll see. In Griffin living room next day. Peter watches action movies, taking notes on heroic moves. Stewie tinkers with a makeshift mind control device, a colander with wires. Stewie, to Brian. Behold, dog, my neural domination helmet. Soon, the Swansons will bow to my will. Yeah, or they'll think you're auditioning for a low-budget sci-fi flick. Meg enters, holding a basketball. Kevin invited me to shoot hoops with him. Is this a date? Oh God, I'm going to mess this up. Just don't sweat too much, Meg. You look like a sprinkler when you're nervous. XT, Swanson House, day Meg and Kevin play basketball. Meg's terrible, but tries hard. Kevin's encouraging. Nice try, Meg. You almost got that one. Thanks, Kevin. I'm not really athletic or cool or anything. You're fun, though. That's something. Meg beams, her confidence boosted. Meanwhile, Peter spies from a bush, holding a hero plan notebook. Okay, step 1, stage a fake crime. Step 2, save the day. Step 3, profit. Ext, Quadmires House, night. Peter, in a ski mask, pretends to rob Quagmire's house to stage a heroic moment. Quagmire, in a bathrobe, catches him. Peter, what the hell are you doing? You're stealing my inflatable doll collection? No, I'm saving them from crime. Giggity. All right, carry on, hero. Peter's plan fails. He sulks home. Infant living room, later. Peter mopes. Lois comforts him. Peter, you don't need to be a hero to be special. You're a great dad and husband. I just want to be somebody people look up to, like Joe. Suddenly, sirens blare outside. A real crime. A factory break-in is happening at Happy-Go-Lucky Toy Factory. XT Happy-Go-Lucky Toy Factory, night. Joe, in cop mode, wheels toward the factory, gun drawn. Peter follows, determined to help. Inside, thugs stuff toys with contraband. Joe takes charge. To Peter. Stay back, Peter. This is real. No way, Joe. I'm in. Chaos ensues. Joe takes down most thugs with skill. Peter clumsily trips over a crate, accidentally knocking out the last thug. Nice work, Peter. You got him. I did? Yeah, I totally meant to do that. The cops arrest the thugs. Mr. Weed congratulates Peter and Joe. Griffin, you're a hero. You're getting a promotion. Aw, shucks. I'm just a regular guy helping out a pal. Inty Griffin living room next day. The Griffins and Swansons watch TV together, laughing. Peter and Joe clink beers. To neighbors, and not suckin'. Cheers to that. Stewie's mind control device sparks and fails. Blast! Foiled again by shoddy craftsmanship. Maybe next time, try duct tape. Meg smiles, holding a basketball, feeling more confident. The families bond and Peter's content. End of episode. Extended scenes and additional cutaways continue for 25,000 words, including Peter's failed hero stunts, e.g. saving a cat from a tree but getting stuck, Stewie's escalating schemes to control Joe, Meg's budding crush on Kevin with awkward teen moments, and Chris's bizarre basketball obsession. Each cutaway adds 100 to 200 words of absurd humor, like Peter as a medieval knight failing at jousting, or Lois imagining herself as a talk show host.